real raw and uncut.
Hey yo, kill the stack. Real raw and uncut. We done teamed up. We did.
A podcast for the community, hard as an uppercut with that real news. Upside your headpiece, informing you with that real stuff. With the how, why, who wins and what's of reality, making it clear cut. Truth will set you free, unfiltered and no bluff, no fluff. You kid or rebut, don't be bewildered. Don't agree with the cause, great, you can speak up. Wednesdays at 8, hit the comments up, talk your stuff, set it straight. We learn more from each other in this information age. Institutions will leave you lost and awestruck. So listen up, you'll be compelled. Maybe you'll find yourself stuck on what you thought was real. But them gems I'm dropping on this program may just appeal to your appetite for info. This an intro to reveal. Get your info on YouTube for your fill. From AM to PM, it's popping, so sit back and chill. Nobody doing it like this man on this podcast is for real. It's real raw and uncut.
Real raw and uncut. Wednesdays at 8 AM.
Well, good. What's going on, everybody? Whether you're listening to this on your way to work, whether you listen to this at work, whether you listen to this on your lunch break, on your way home, or whether you listen to this before you go to sleep, this is the Real Raw and Uncut podcast. I'm your host, Rels, and I'm joined by a special guest. He's an author, producer, actor, a little bit of everything in between. Chan Davis, a.k.a. Cclass. What's going on, brother?
What it do? It's your boy Cclass, aka the Chicken Man, baby. Now I'm an author of my first book, 15 Seconds of Life, Successful Guide to Anger Management and Self-Control. But it's out right now, Amazon.com. Check out my films on YouTube. Let's Go for Life, the web series, Go to the Ballot, the movie. Got another movie coming out, Deserved It, dropping on Tubi any day now. Just been working, trying to stay active. Oh, my new single, Let's Go Remix, out also on iTunes. Go get that. Nice.
So let's backtrack and start from the beginning. So where I followed you is from through the web series. Let's Go, that original web series. I've been pretty much watching it since it came out. I'm one of those, like, when I'm on YouTube and I go looking for different things, if it catches my attention, I'll end up watching it. So your web series was one of those that caught my attention. So I've pretty much been watching every episode from the beginning all the way up until where it is now. So my first question to you is, first of all, it's a great web series, by the way, man. Like I said, if it could keep my attention, I'm definitely always looking forward to when it drops. So if I go on YouTube and there's a new one, I have to stop and watch it because, like, I'm just always intrigued to see where you go next because you didn't took this web series on different turns. Dudes were gone, some dudes came back, some was disappeared, some died through weird and mysterious ways, but But my question to you is, like, what got you into writing web series to begin with?
Pretty much, I always wanted to tell my story. It was like when I was like an artist, I was always like a vision, like, all right, one day I'm an artist. I guess I get big, and then once I get big, I have money, and then people will do a story with me because I know my story is interesting, intriguing. You know what I'm saying? So I always was thinking like that, like how 50 Cent, he got big, then he did a Get Rich or Die Trying. So I always thought it'd be that way. But then when the web series shit came out, I ain't have one yet, but other dudes in New York and Brooklyn had, and I was just trying to, like, how the fuck they do this shit? Shit blew my mind. It's like, dudes from the hood making films and shit. I was like watching it, like, damn, I got a story too. I know it's different, similar, but it's different. And I was like, I need to tell the story through film. I didn't know how because I never wrote nothing as far as film, acted, directed, anything. So it was just the drive to want to get my story out and be heard because I knew if people see it, I knew it was different and they'll like it. So that was just like the driving point. But I was nervous because I feel like if I failed, I'm like, oh, Class, he fucked up. He failed because, it's your name on it. And then I sat down with my peoples. I asked them, should I do it? I had a few of what I thought episodes written down. And I was like, yo, be real with me. Don't lie to me. Y'all my friends, but tell me this shit good or not. I'm going to read this shit to y'all and let me know. And I read it, and he was like, "Nah, that shit sound good, let's do it." And then from there, it was like, that started the process. Like, let's get this story out, you know?
All right. Okay. Cool. So, okay. So I got a question, right? When it comes to the web series, so obviously, I assume that I assume that all of them that are in your web series are actually people that you're really cool with.
Yeah.
So how do you? I mean, obviously it's acting, but is it hard to have to play enemies with certain dudes on the show that you are actually really cool with? Because like, if somebody from the outside looking in never seen it before, you would think that your dudes were like, based on how you guys are acting, obviously it's good that you guys are good at your acting. You would think that you dudes are like beefing with each other. And you know, me being from a hood myself, it's not like anything that you put in the web series is fabricated. Stuff like that goes on every day. So how do you guys are able to play the role of, oh, I hate you, you hate me, and how you guys are able to play it to where people in your hood respect it? Because you know, like, how can I say it? It's like, okay, so like I watched a documentary yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And the documentary was like of gangs in a different hood. How do you, like, you know, some people don't like that stuff to be documented because they don't want your hood to have a negative, you know, a
Yeah.
negative connotation about it. So how do you guys maneuver that where people seem like they're okay with it?
Well, pretty much coming from the neighborhood we came from, we always, me and my crew always was like a popular figure from the neighborhood already. Before the film came out, we was young. We had a crew called Dynasty, so we was really popularly known all around. So by me coming with the film, it was just like I'm coming with something new, something different that I always been doing something. He always doing something, some kind of creativity. I always been doing something. And I always been known for shit. So when I came with that, it shocked a lot of people because a lot of people thought it was gonna fail because they were like, he don't do film, he'll do shit like that. So it was one of those things where people ain't really paying no mind until after it started coming out and people started hearing it. But far as the beef thing, it's crazy you say that because even when sometimes like we go live and they're like, what the fuck you doing weekend up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And I be like, nah, we cool. But that part come from because growing up in the hood, we really had beef with each other. Like we had beef with people we grew up with in the hood. Like the building I live in, I had beef with the whole building where I had to live in another building coming out with a gun because like that. So that part of beef with each other was natural. You know what I'm saying? We got over it, but it was already something we did already. So it was easier to play it out because this already happened. You know what I'm saying? Where we grew up with each other, we got to shoot at each other, fight each other. Some people get hit, some people don't get hit. And then years later, we end up resolving and everybody cool. So that's how that story became to play because it was really like that. You know what I'm saying? Where I got to get off the 8th floor, level 9 with my gun. I don't know niggas in my exit. You know what I'm saying? Because this building, I grew up in this building, but I hang out with the niggas from the other side of my project. You know what I'm saying? We be on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Same way. Same exact shit. I just put it in the story. Let me tell you some iller shit, though, now about that is that when I'm writing the stories, you be so caught up in writing that you forget some stuff sometimes. Like one scene, and it I had to take it out because it was a scene where we go to the dude crib and we shoot up the dude door, right? But mind you, in real life, back in days, we actually did that to him at his grandma's crib. I'm like, nah, I can't put that in there because that's gonna trigger certain shit actually in the show. You know what I'm saying? We was gonna shoot up his door. I'm like, oh shit, we shot this door back in the days when we had beef with this nigga. I ain't gonna put that in there. That might trigger and start some other shit, but that's type of shit like that. I see what you mean.
Yeah, that sounds like that sounds similar to the Wu-Tang series.
Yeah.
Of how Ghostface and Raekwon got cool. Because if you know the series, like at the beginning, it was his apartment got shot up.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot to be able to grow up to be men, to be mature enough to understand, like, yeah, obviously the stuff we did when we were younger was dumb shit, but we you know, we older now. Sometimes you just don't. You grow out of it.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't, sadly, but it takes mature people, individuals, to understand, like, okay, this shit happened, but now, you know, we squashed it, and now at the end of the day, now you're making money together, and you're making money together in a positive way. So how hard is it? Was it hard to find casting?
Nah, hell no. I was talking to my man Zog the other day. We was talking. I was like, son, I've been doing this for like 7 years, and I never had to do a casting call. Like people do a casting call, get a bunch of people to come show up. I never had to do that. I just have been fortunate to have a network of people where I can just call on and reach out, and motherfuckers to show up for me. It's like that. But the hard part sometimes is not knowing which one is gonna be the nut. That's the hard part. Who gonna be the nut, and you know, man, like that. So it comes with working out the business, understanding what place to put people in before they fuck up some big shit. So that's the hard part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it easy for you to cast based on the fact that you knew people's personalities, so you knew how to place them?
Yup.
Hmm.
Definitely.
But you had I realized that through the years of the show, you've had people who were there who are no longer there due to whatever personal beef, whatever the case may be. So it's like, are those individuals like you still cool with, or those individuals are just like, nah, just leave them where I just left them?
And that's the sad part about it, is that most of them is like that. And excuse me. And I say sad part about it is that because these are people that we had long-term friendships that before a show came along, you know what I'm saying, we was rocking and rolling, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I ask myself, like, you got to question, like, all right, these dudes you grew up with in some ways, or dudes you met you had love for, but was the love really real if we not rocking together over a show? Like, your emotions overrided our camaraderie because it's all over the show. I don't owe you no money. I ain't do nothing to you. I ain't hurt you. I ain't rob you. I ain't sleep with your mom or nothing. It's just all over your emotions over a show that we ain't how we used to be. So I'd be like, maybe it's meant. I don't know sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I just keep moving forward.
Hmm. And how do you manage to still move forward, you know, with the negativity of behind all the situations? Like, is this just something where you just like, I have a tunnel vision. I just have to keep just going and not allow myself to get involved with the negativity. Because think about it, considering where we're from, the areas that we're from, it's not hard to fall back into that type of negativity.
I've gotten to 2 fights with the cast members like that. 2 fights, like fist fights, whatever. But far as negativity, I'm used to that, so I know how to maneuver. Like, in me, like, people know me, like I'm a complex character, right? Like, I'm a type of person that if it's 3 motherfuckers standing there and I don't like one motherfucker, I'm gonna walk up and shake both of their hands. I can stand there with 2 hours and not say a word to you and talk to them too. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those type of people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. I'll let you know I fuck with you. I walk up, shake both of their hands, don't pay you no mind, nigga, and chill. Right? Why you there? You know what I'm saying? Because in the day, it's just part of the art of war. You know what I'm saying? Understand your enemy and able to stand in their face. You know what I mean? Be comfortable, because a lot of people don't want you to be comfortable. I'm comfortable no matter who don't like me or what. You know what I mean? You're gonna see me whether you like me or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to do what I got to do. And that always been my attitude from before this, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about that is that it's different because now you got 10, 15 people, you know what I'm saying? They want to about 10, 15 people, you know what I'm saying? That's waiting for you to fail, because you got to realize a lot of these people, no disrespect, they want to be able to say, yo, class fell off and all that. I ain't there no more. Look, that shit fell off. Looks like I'm going, you know? So I just know how to keep myself afloat, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, they say shit, you hear shit and all that, but it's like, for me, it's like if I step back that far back, it's gonna push me all the way back. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing.
Yeah, and that's like I said, that's the tunnel vision to keep moving forward. Um, Mama Shirley Productions. Where does the name come from?
Oh, that's my grandma's. My grandmoms and my grandmoms. So we put their names together and made the company.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's
So my
all right.
grandma's name is Shirley.
All right. All right. So what is the pros and cons of doing a serious like Let's Go? What is the pros and cons of it?
The pros is that you create something that change people's lives forever, like from kids, adults, neighborhood. I mean, you create something that you didn't know you had in yourself. You know what I mean? It gives you a confidence. It gives everybody a confidence, you know what I mean, a love for themselves. Even people at home where their wives, they had issues, but now they don't let go. It brought more life into their home. You're doing something. I like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're a part of something, you know what I'm saying? So it got even people who ain't have no jobs. Like, people saw them doing stuff in the show, like, yo, I got a spot people to come work here. So it got people jobs, you know what I'm saying? It helped a lot of people in a lot of different ways. The cons is, you know, you lose a lot of people that you grew up with, you know what I'm saying? You lose a lot of friendships, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I feel like, you know, the pros outweigh the cons, because the thing is gonna do for us is gonna last way longer than these friendships that burnt out. You get what I'm saying? Because train's still going, opportunity is still going, and it's gonna be here forever. We built the legacy. And I think that's the biggest pro, that we built the legacy that's standing forever, you know? Regardless, they're not, they in it too, they facing it, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's the part, the cons, because I have my crib right here. I had a Persian show every week. We used to sit here, eat crabs, and hang out, and now we don't speak. I ain't talked to nigga probably 2 years.
That's crazy. So obviously what you're doing has built a legacy, because obviously you say you've been doing it 7 years, right?
Yep.
From let's just say from the very beginning of just sitting down, writing the screenplay, having your friends be honest, because at the end of the day, like you said, those are your peoples. They have to be real with you. You don't want yes men in your circle that's like, yeah, this is fire, but then you put it to paper and put the camera behind it and there's no following behind it.
Yeah.
So obviously the people don't realize that the impact that you've had, or some people, I'm pretty sure the younger generation realizes it, because what you did is shed a light on stuff that really goes on in the hood. Is not fabricated stuff. And at the same time, it shows like you're also showing like, because I've seen certain episodes of yours where you've had beef with certain people and you've actually squashed beef based on certain situations. And that's what happens in the hood in real life. Like at the end of the day, like you said earlier, everybody can grow up and get out of the drama that you once was in. So the show actually just like okay. So I want to compare it, and this is maybe a weird comparison, but you gotta compare it to growing up. We looked at the Cosby Show as a perfect family, right? You know, it showed a part of Brooklyn, but not that part of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so you had the husband, the wife, kids, the perfect part, the perfect family.
Okay, it's just
Everything.
outside. Yeah.
Yes, it's total opposite, but yet it still serves a purpose.
Exactly.
It's real life.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yes, the Cosby Show is real life, but
Like you walk out the Cosby Show, you walk out the house, walk to the projects.
yes, you can take a train from the Cosby house to the projects to your projects, and it's like
exactly.
it's two totally different worlds, but everybody goes through the same thing.
Yeah.
So when one person might look at the Cosby Show and be like, "Oh, that's the perfect life. We love that." They could look at yours and be like, "Well, you know what? This is actually more real because this is where I grew up. This is where I come from. I experienced this, and therefore I can relate to this more." Then you probably have more people who could probably relate to your show more than they could relate to the Cosby Show.
That's true. And no, and also it's like coming from New York City, the projects, you know what I mean, United States, is a lot of people who never visited New York City. There's a lot of people who never been to the project. So we opened the nation eyes to Brownsville, Brooklyn. A lot of people never knew what Brownsville, Brooklyn looked like inside, the hallways, the buildings, the staircase, the people. You know what I mean? So it opened a lot of people's eyes up to this neighborhood who never even saw it. They heard of it probably. Even people in Brooklyn probably even say, yo, I don't go to Brownsville. I drive around Brownsville, get to see Brownsville, Brooklyn, because if you think about it, if I didn't do this for Brownsville, Brooklyn, what else film coming out that's going to show Brownsville, Brooklyn in its entirety like this? It has 7 years, it hasn't been nothing else. So I did something that's going to stand forever. You know what I'm saying? People nationwide like, yo, that's how New York is. I've never been to New York, you know? So I think that right there, what makes it so special too.
Mm-hmm.
You get to experience New York. You go on YouTube, experience New York City neighborhood, the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's not a documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the most documentaries will go through the hood and they'll show you what they want to show you, but they're not showing you what needs to be shown.
That's facts.
Yeah. So from Let's Go to Bullet to the Ballot, how do you? My question is, how do you? Well, it shows the diversity in characters as well, but how do you go from Let's Go and have your friends play these certain characters to Bullet to the Ballot and have them play these type of characters? Like, is it easy for them to transition, or is it a process?
It was a process. It was a process because the Bullet to the Ballot, you know, the words, the language,
mm-hmm.
the style of dress, everything was totally different. The characters was all outside of what we've ever done, even me, like that. So it was definitely a process. It took us time to really fall into those characters, to really understand it. And I remember too, the Bullet to the Ballot was about, you know, Black power, you know, Black empowerment, Egypt, you know what I'm saying, the Black Panthers, Malcolm X, Khalid Muhammad. So a lot of them didn't even know about none of this stuff at all. So I had to explain to them what was the movie about, what the script is about, they reading. Even the names, we had names from the Yorubas, you know what I'm saying? I'm Ogun, you know what I mean? The King of War Medals, had Jakara, you know what I mean? We had a bunch of names of the Yoruban gods of Africa as our character names, you know what I'm saying? So I had to explain to them what their names meant, you know what I'm saying? Where it came from. So it was definitely a different process, you know what I mean? And for that crazy thing, it's like I don't, how you call that? Some shit that just came to me. Because I told everybody, asked me, yo, I couldn't predict I'd be on Black Power. 5 years ago, I wasn't on this. Malcolm X, Khalid Muhammad, Black Panthers, just like, it just came over me. I started watching, reading, learning, then it just, the Nation of Islam came to me because they watched Let's Go. So, bro, Nation of Islam came to me, and I sat down, met with him. He was telling me, he's like, yo, he's like, you got something great going on. We love what's going on. He said, just know that you are media now. You are history. Everything you're doing is document history because people are watching you. You know what I'm saying? You said, whatever you do, just make sure you add something there for the culture too, because whatever you do, they're going to follow. So at least give them something that they can remember for. So I was like, you know what I mean? At that time, thinking like what I could do, then watching that stuff is like, let me give them some history. Let me give them some black power. You know what I'm saying? And it just came and formulated. And now it's 3 movies, Boulder Battle 1, 2, and 3. They about to all be on Tubi.
Nice. Was it harder to write for Bullet to the Ballad than it is to write for Let's Go?
Actually, it actually really wasn't, because a lot of these thoughts I already had in my head. So the only thing was harder wasn't just getting the characters to with the lines and the words and stuff like that. Because I already had all the thoughts I wanted to do in my head for it. It was just like putting it on paper. The hardest part was just getting the names together, getting the characters together, because these characters, intricate characters, ain't like you could easily play a hood character, and that's easy. So we had to really do rehearsing for this one.
That's how you expand the range.
Yeah.
And and that's how other directors see stuff. They're like, okay, if this person could go this way and then switch this way, that way you don't be stuck in a typecasted role. Because it's really, like you said, it's easy to play the hood dude, and then you can be casted as a hood dude in every movie. But sometimes you want to expand yourself and expand your portfolio, put yourself in different situations.
Yep.
Like your portfolio goes from, I wrote this for the hood, but now I'm writing this. Speaking, from an outside looking in, it shows range for you as a producer. So
wait till they see Deserved It. Deserved It is a totally different character. Again, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like a Lifetime movie, like a mystery, thriller, suspense movie like that.
Yeah, see, it's just interesting stuff like that. And you're also a hip hop artist as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how well, obviously, but I imagine that it has to be pretty easy for you to be able to incorporate your music into your podcast. I mean, into your web series.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty much like soundtracks is based upon it. That's why when you hear the show, it flows so smooth. I feel like it go with it. Just feel like it tell you, it give you that feel like that. So that's why I love to make my own music, because I can give you that feel.
Yeah, because you could tell, because certain scenes is like throw a music on, you put your title underneath it, and it kind of does flow with what's going on in the show. So it does make sense. And it gives you exposure on 2 opposite sides of the field too. So actually more than one, because actually it has you as an actor, has you as a producer, director, and then has you as an artist as well on the music side. So it's like you're doing like 4 or 5 different things in one show.
And as I tell people, they don't realize what I'm really doing. They're gonna realize it later that I'm doing some shit that ain't really been done like that. You know what I'm saying? All in one shot, like 50 Cent type shit, doing it like that. But even at the same time, 50 Cent, he don't write. You know what I mean? He don't hold a camera. He not in that shit editing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing some revolutionary shit right now. They ain't catch on yet because I ain't get major, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing, like you said, multi-business all in one. Because even in Let's Go, I'm not even a rapper. I'm not a rapper in Let's Go at all. But when people see me, they all know my songs. You get what I'm saying? So it works out.
So how do you get from Let's Go the web series to Let's Go the web series, but the Christmas movie edition?
Oh, okay. So, and mind you, see, we came out July 16th, 2016. Our first episode dropped July 16th. We brand new actors. I don't know what was in my mind. I guess the creative bug was creating, but my grandmother, her favorite holiday is Christmas. So I always loved it. But I don't know what told me in my mind. 4 months into being an actor, do a movie. We shot that movie in November of the same year we came out. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. That movie's a hit. That shit was on holiday hits. Recommended on Tubi. You know what I'm saying? Like that movie, I love that shit. Christmas 1 and Christmas 2. But I don't know. I love comedy. Like, you know what I mean? The street shit is my shit, but I love comedy. So I was like, I want to do something funny. I want to do a movie. And I just sat down and wrote this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I did a twist because it's a spinoff, because the characters that's in the series ain't cool, but in the Christmas movie, they cool. Like Beast and motherfucking, what you call it? You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Yeah.
Freaking them. So fuck your head if you don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing that messed me up too at first. I'm like, when I'm watching the first Christmas one, I'm like, wait, hold up. But they was beefing. But wait, they not beefing now. Like, it took me a second to get it, but I mean, it gives, like I said, it gives the show a different dimension as well.
Yeah. So I wanted to give it a twist in regulars less. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, make it funny. They cool, like, you know what I mean? give us twist to it. Like I did with Christmas 2, I did a spin-off for next Friday with the mall strip and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Who's some of your inspirations? Like when you started this, like who did you draw inspiration from to make you be like, okay, I want to try to do this?
Well, when I saw Money and Violence, but Respect Life grew to me more. I guess because of the projects. For the project, so Respect Life grew to me more. And then that right there, but I ain't gonna front. Like this, the honest truth. Like that shit blew my mind. Like the shit blew my. Like, I didn't know how to write nothing. I was sitting there watching this shit. Like how the fuck they do this shit? Like you know what I'm saying? It's real shit. Because when I say it's real shit, it go from watching it, not knowing how to do it, to actually being on the level with them, like being the top 3, top 1. So it's crazy when you can sit back and say, I was watching these shits, not knowing how to do the shit, and look at me now. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was another one I watched too. Respect Life.
Yeah, that was my shit. Respect Life. That was one of the motivations. Like, nah, we gotta get some of Brownsville. Cause they got Flatbush, they got Bed-Stuy. I'm like, nah, Brownsville. Like, gotta tell my story.
Yeah, it sucked about that one because I just like yours, when yours take a break and come back, I was the same way with Respect Life, and I'm like, damn, when they gonna drop another one? And then boom, Pacino passed away. So then that one just kind of like threw everything off when it came to like, and I was just like, damn, like, you don't know these people personally, but when you watch the shows, and then because you guys are real people, so when shit happens, it's like, damn, like, because I remember thinking like, what if you guys did like a crossover? Because it would have made sense.
I was reaching out, but you know what I mean? They didn't feel like they wanted to do it at the time. I was reaching out to them. I was like, y'all be perfect because Brownsville Bed-Stuy right across the street. You know what I'm saying? It made sense. You know what I mean? 300. I mean, what's his name? Billy, Class, Mello. You know what I'm saying? It'd have been a good. That'll shake the city up.
Yeah,
shake the city up. You know what I'm saying? But remember, if you saw my show, I had Jerry in there. I had Jerry for a couple episodes.
And the good thing about that is that you really don't, because it's real life and it's not like everything is not held to like legal stuff. Jerry was able to be Jerry.
Yeah, exactly. You the same name and everything.
Yeah. Because you see it and then like you see Jerry, you be like, oh, that's Jerry, and then you be like, wait, John.
Yeah, Ricky. Some shit. Yeah. Like,
yeah, exactly. So your book. Congratulations once again, by the way, on your book.
Thank you.
What was the inspiration to write the book?
Just seeing a lot of our youth go through the system. Like, I'll be up watching a lot of crime stories and cases and just seeing that a lot of these things that happen, just split-second situations where people can control themselves and it cost them somebody's life and it cost them their life. And I was like, I was at that stage, as I watched a lot of shit the young kids do, I did it myself. So it's hard too much to judge them, but understand them. You know what I'm saying? Because being in that place, you can't take them away from them because they got to survive. Only thing you can do is try to give them a tool to survive in that. And I feel like hopefully this something they could do is read this and give them some jewels to help them slow down from crashing out, And I feel like everything I've been through to change myself, I know can help somebody else because I came from the same thing. And I just like, what else could I do? You know what I'm saying? Let me just try to get a book. It's 31 pages. I made sure it wasn't long because, a lot of people don't like reading too much. So I always tell people it ain't about how many pages it is, about the price of jewels inside of it. You know what I'm saying? I made sure what I gave you was something you could take with you forever, And I made this show on purpose because dudes in jail and, and I just feel like we never taught that. Like growing up in school, there's no anger management class. Ain't no anger management in the hood. Nobody in the hood teach you how to control your anger. They tell you get mad, swing on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that we learn backwards, and I'm just trying to find some way to try to right some of these wrongs.
I mean, it's definitely serving its purpose. Like I said, writing a book, always finding a purpose to help the youth because, the web series is cool and it depicts real life experiences, but you don't want kids to go out and be like, this is all my life is. You show people like, because although your web series is showing them, there's a bigger thing, like you can do things outside of just being on the streets, it still depicts street life. So young kids will look at it like, this is what they're doing. This is cool. This is what I want to do. Not realizing that the bigger picture is these are dudes from the street that are showing you can do things outside of the street and be bigger than what you are.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's the biggest takeaway from all the stuff that you do.
And this
Shan Davis
right here, this picture was right here when I was in the newspaper. I was born in the newspaper, so I used this picture to show that I went from this to this. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You can look, you can see it in the eyes of, you know what I'm saying. When you in that life, you look
angry.
Yeah, exactly. This amongst you angry, your eyes, there's nothing in it. You know what I mean? When you change, you smile, you look different. You know what I'm saying? When you grow out of that shit, you know.
Do people see the difference in you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have people that every day that I see that hug me and like they love that, you know what I mean? Because they saw the that other me to who I am, you know what I'm saying? They be so proud, like, yo, I love how you changed. I love what you're doing, you know what I mean? Like, you know, because most of them thought I wouldn't be here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and he doing good, doing stuff too, you know? So pretty much like the hometown hero, you know what I'm saying? It's like you got somebody to root for from your neighborhood.
Who are some people that you would like to work with in the future?
Oh, I definitely want to work with Ice Cube. Definitely want to work with him on some movies. Definitely got to get next to Hove. You know what I mean? Sip some Douce, my boy Hove. You know what I'm saying? And who else? Ice Cube, Hove. I want to work with T.I. He's a great actor. Like I want to get a budget and do a big fucking dope ass movie. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil C's. I want Lil C's in the movie. Like I got a vision of a dope ass movie. I'm just trying to get the budget right. But yeah, tear this motherfucker up, son. I ain't gonna lie.
You got a lot of gotta keep the momentum going.
Yeah. Oh, Cat Williams. Cat Williams.
Cat Williams just set the world on fire in the last few days, yo.
Yeah, I definitely do a movie with him. He funny as shit. I make sure he don't get no dress. Ain't no dress, Cat. Got you, baby.
Yeah, that interview set this world. I mean, it got a lot of views, and but I think the bigger thing is that it got people coming out and talking.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's easy. Guys, he could have had 29 million, but those same guys he talked about could have just went back and not said nothing, but he really brought everybody out. So obviously what he did, I don't know if it was a plan of his, if that's what it was to work, but it did something.
Yeah.
It got the world talking. So, and controversy creates cash every time.
Every time.
So, yeah. So, we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate you for being here, but I want to ask you this question that I usually ask everybody before I close out. You being everything you've been through for your whole life and to where you are right now, what would you, as your older self now, tell your younger self?
Focus more on myself. Focus more on myself, because I was not say was, but too helping. You know what I'm saying? Not in a bad way, but you stretch yourself thin and realize you're doing more for everybody else than yourself.
Yeah. There's sometimes you always got to put yourself first.
So having MC Hammer.
Yeah. yeah, exactly. So where can everybody find you?
Oh, Instagram at @CCLASSAVE. That's CLASSAVE. YouTube, type in Let's Go for Life. Let's Go for Life. Go on Tubi, type in Shan Davis, find all my movies, and make sure you go on Amazon.com and order this book, 15 Seconds of Life. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It's your boy Cclass, aka the Chicken Man, and I'm out. Big L. I'm
gonna definitely promote your book on my webpage. So I got you. So I'm gonna definitely handle all of that. And I appreciate the interview, man. And make sure you take care. Make sure you guys go check out all his stuff on YouTube. Go get the book. Go get the book. It's very important for the culture. Go get the book. Check out all his movies on Tubi as well. I'm gonna plug them all in my descriptions on my webpage, on my series, on my IG and everything. So appreciate you once again for being on the show, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Wednesdays at 8 a.m.